All right, thank you. On to agenda item 4, special presentations and proclamations. All right, first off, we have agenda item 4A, zero waste project presented by, I believe, Oakcrest and Degano Middle School. So that should be interesting.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. My name is Jamie Gonzalez, and I work for BCK Programs. We go into different schools throughout Encinitas and other cities as well, bringing environmental education and programs, supporting those environmental programs in the schools. So tonight we have 2 presentations, one from Degano and then another from Oakcrest, talking about the zero waste activities that they have that's been going on at their schools. And so starting with Degano.
And real quick before you guys start, when you need me to change slides, just give me a look so I can remember.
Thank you. Hello, and thank you for inviting us to present about the zero waste efforts happening at Degano. My name is Vanna Canis. Thank you. Here is the new waste station at Degano, which was set up at the end of November. It includes a landfill bin, recycling bin, and organics composting bin. We worked with BCK Programs and the Degano custodians to figure out the best place for the waste station. The waste station has the first green composting bin on campus. We made posters to remind students about what is going into each bin. We also are working on an educational video about putting the correct items into each bin. The video will be sent out to all students and teachers.
Hello, my name is Samantha. Our sustainability club also worked with the custodians to make sure all recycling and landfill bins were placed in pairs throughout campus. This makes it easier for students and teachers to put things in the correct bin when they are in a hurry. Last week, we planted drought-tolerant California native plants around the Degano garden. The seedlings were harvested last year from OPE and were grown over the summer in pots. Many thanks to John Hazard and Barbara Henry for their work at OPE replanting the natives. The native plants include California sagebrush, bush mallow, wishbone, bush sunflower, and California buckwheat. Focusing on plants that do not need so much water is one of our sustainability goals at Degano.
Hi, my name is Olivia. Degano also has a worm bin for all students and staff to use to compost their fruits and vegetables. Our club meets on Fridays, and at the end of lunch, we collect any uneaten fruits and vegetables from the kitchen staff. This is food that will not make it through the weekend. We unpackage the fruit and vegetables and we feed them to our worms in the worm bin. As you can see, there were a lot of cucumbers, carrots, broccoli, and other stuff for the worms on this particular day. We plan to use this nutrient-rich compost for our garden. In the next couple of weeks, we will be finished with the video on how to use the waste station bins correctly. This will be a good reminder to all students and teachers. The Sustainability Club will also be working on determining the best location for another waste station. We would also like to recommend alternative packaging for some of the lunch items wrapped in plastic. For example, small paper bags could be used for apples, plums, and kiwis. Aluminum foil could be used to wrap the chicken sandwiches, hot dogs, and burgers to keep them warm. And the pizza could be served in a cardboard boat instead of a plastic bag. At the end of the school year, we will also be organizing a shoe drive to collect old shoes, which we will bring to Roadrunner Sports for recycling.
Thank you for inviting us to present and share our zero waste activities at Degano. We would also like to thank our principal, Dr. Barnett, and the BCK for supporting these programs.
Okay, and next we have Oakcrest. In terms of, let's see, we have 3 other students presenting from Oakcrest. Piper Nelson, Jordan Ross, and Lucy Harmeling.
Hi, this is our Oakcrest recycling presentation. I'm Piper Nelson.
I'm Jordan Ross.
And I'm Lucy Harmling, and we're from Oakcrest's ASB. This was our pumpkin recycling project we did in October after a pumpkin decorating contest for a Halloween-themed homeroom. ASB used rubbing alcohol, dish soap, and dish rags to wipe off all the permanent marker from the pumpkins. BCK programs picked the pumpkins up after so they could compost them at the farm lab.
This is our marker recycling project. Teachers can put their dried out markers in the bins that's located in the teacher's lounge. Then ASB can recycle them. ASB sorts through our old markers in our classroom to add to this bin.
These are our waste stations. They were established at the end of the last year. Our Wave Waste Initiative is where students can collect trash around campus and put them in the correct bin to earn candy. While these bins seem to work, students still need reminders about which bin is the correct bin to use. Also, the signs by our bins are super helpful.
We plan to play our waste station video again to remind students how to use the waste stations correctly. We have created posters with fun facts about recycling and composting to encourage more environmental awareness on campus.
Here is a recycling video Piper and I created to inform students on campus about these wave stations.
Quick technical difficulties will be right there. Have to double verify, one sec. So far, do you guys have any questions for them while I find this video?
This is Commissioner Kessler. I really like this idea. I mean, I guess like in not middle school, I guess elementary school. I mean, I did like compost, but I didn't really like do that much. But I like how you guys are like moving it over to middle school, and I guess like it would be good to like slowly like move it to high school because like I don't know, the kids at our school, they kind of just like throw trash everywhere, and I just like this idea of like putting making sure compost is used for like good and not like just for waste, and the trash is I guess thrown away and not just like put all over our school.
Yeah, this is Commissioner Gonzalez. Is that something that you guys would be interested in, like when you get into high school, maybe continuing this and trying to implement this more in the high schools?
Yes, it's very also easy to set up with just the trash cans and the recycling bins, and then it's easy to put in compost bins and just big signs, and it's easy to like put them wherever you want, either in the middle of campus or right next to trash disposal.
I apologize, team. It needs access from somebody who made the PowerPoint. Does that make sense?
Anyone's Google Drive folder has the video stored. That's what it's like.
We don't have to show the video, but the only way we would be able to show it is to have the access code to get in.
But you can send it to us at a later date as well, and we will send it out as well.
We'll do that. Yeah, then maybe your next meeting you guys can watch it.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you so much for that presentation. That was really informative. Next, I guess we're moving on to oral communications and possible direction to staff.
We have two speakers this evening. First will be Kelly McCormick. You have 3 minutes to address the commission.
Hello, this is Kelly McCormick. I'm with San Diego Alliance for Drug-Free Youth, and I just want to let you all know that we're starting to plan the spring session of Study Buddies, if you've heard of that. It's the program where high school volunteers from any grade can volunteer to be a mentor and a homework helper to an elementary school student. And the sessions take place at the elementary school of your choice, and it's 1 hour a week for about 7 or 8 weeks, depending on the session. But it's going to start soon, and would love to have you pass on the word for volunteers. Generally, they need to have a free last period, because when the high school started getting out later, it doesn't align with when the elementary schools get out. So please share this information with your friends in school, and would love to have you as study buddies. Thank you.
And our next speaker is Joanna Gorman.
Hi, good evening. My name is Joanna Gorman. I'm the Outreach and Youth Services librarian just up the hill at the Encinitas Library. And I just wanted to thank you for your continued support of the library and the city of Encinitas as well. We really appreciate the partnership. And just to be brief, we do have a big teen program coming up. We're calling it's like the Road to Comic-Con, which is it's a series of 5 cosplay workshops. You'll be able to work on makeup and planning your costume and things like that. So hope everybody can come out for that. And then also, we just unlocked our ballot box. So that's been open for 2 days now. And so we're collecting ballots for that. So we'd hope to have the Youth Commission come out and support us for that. And that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you for the oral communications. Next up is agenda item 6, changes to the agenda.
There are no changes to the posted agenda.
Seeing as there are no changes, we'll move on to agenda item 7, approval of January 10th, 2024 Youth Commission regular meeting minutes. Commissioner Colin motions to approve. Chair Carter seconds.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do a vote. Starting with Chair Carter-Ballou.
Aye.
Vice Chair Colin Ballou.
Aye.
Commissioner Charles.
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Aye.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Kessler.
Aye.
Commissioner Ryan.
Aye.
And Commissioner Sue.
Aye.
Okay, the January 10th minutes are approved.
All right, moving on to agenda item 8A, Youth Commission work plan preparation.
All right, Camarena, that's my last name. We'll speak up at this point to talk a little bit about our work plan. So in terms of civic engagement, we will need to meet with the ad hoc and kind of discuss that a little bit more and kind of, do you have something for me?
Yeah, we just need to talk about dates for the marine safety tour. We secured contacts with them, and they were asking for potential dates, so that's our one.
Perfect. Yes. Do you have any dates in mind so far, or?
Not yet. I was planning on talking with the ad hoc.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. E-bike safety, we have met. So originally we had Nick come in and talk about e-bike safety, but also we as a team have, so all of you were emailed about the meetings that were coming up, the joint meetings. I got a couple of answers from you guys. Specifically, I have answers from Commissioner Kelly, Commissioner Gonzalez, Commissioner Sue, and Commissioner Colin Ballou. So there are 2 dates for those meetings. February 12th and March 11th were the 2 dates. I do need answers, so take a moment or if you could please discuss this and talk to me. We're gonna need a date now on which ones you guys can make it to. The consensus that I had found so far was that February was the day that was gonna work best for the most commissioners. I'm going to open this up to you guys to give me answers.
That does sound, this is Commissioner Kelly, that does sound pretty good. I know for me specifically, I do have something on that March date, so I don't know if what the communication was between other commissioners, but that definitely does sound a lot better for me.
I believe to have it be an official joint meeting, we'd need a quorum. So I need at least 5 of you guys there. Who else is able to make it to the February?
Wait, this is Commissioner Columblue. Is the date the 14th for that? Wait, what's the date for that? 13th?
February 12th, so it's
12th?
next Monday.
Okay. That works, yeah. February 12th works for me.
Colin?
Commissioner Charles, I believe I can make it to that meeting too.
Commissioner Gonzalez, I'll be there as well.
So far I have Kelly, Charles, Gonzalez, Colin Blue, Carter Blue, is that your
Yeah,
hand?
I can also make it, I think.
And we can email you, correct?
Yes, please.
To confirm, those meetings start at 5:30, so that's an hour later than your regular youth commission. So I know transportation and things like that you'd have to arrange, so just make sure you know it's 5:30.
All right, so I will let the Traffic and Mobility Commission know that will be there next week. What you'll need to come prepared with is just general ideas on what bike safety would look like around your specific school. So wherever you go to school, you could put, it's coming forward with ideas on what would make bike safety in your area more feasible for your school. So I'm glad yes.
Yeah, Manager Hamer, we'll go ahead and send you a link to the Safer Routes to School initiative so that you can be aware of what that initiative is, and then present like Supervisor Camarena has said, your perception and your vision for your school sites of how that could be better served in the community, so you're prepared.
The next piece is the intergenerational programming. So previously we had done the Playful Connections, but Sue, this past weekend, Commissioner Sue, we had the Techie Tutors. Can you give us, do you know if anybody else was there? Please feel free to speak up and talk about your experience, but I was told that you would be able to talk to us about this weekend.
Okay, this is Commissioner Sue. Overall, the event went well. We had probably about 6 volunteers and maybe about 10 seniors showed up for help with their technology.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So it went pretty well. I heard that there was a lot of people in the banquet hall. Is that true?
Yeah, the space that we got for that event was good as well.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. The next piece is the Habitat Stewardship volunteerism. So we did have Joe DeWolf come in. I also sent you guys dates on what date would work best for our volunteer day, which is a group effort, and it is one of our mandatory things. So far, I have gotten responses from Commissioner Kelly, Commissioner Gonzalez, Commissioner Sue, Commissioner Carter Blue, Commissioner Colin Blue, and Commissioner Lashinsky. The general consensus was March was the date. March 23rd was the date that would work best for everybody. So we have already sent that date in to Joe DeWolf. So that is the day, March 23rd, at Moonlight Beach from 9 to 12, I believe. I did email you guys about this and give you the dates on those. So, and I will, in my recap email to you guys, I'll give that to you again, but that was the one that in the consensus worked best for everybody. Let's see. Youth voter registration, Commissioner Gonzalez and I had a conversation in that ad hoc. I will update them as well on what our plan is for that. Generally, we're thinking about moving towards doing flyers and social media posts that are going to talk directly towards young people who are hoping to vote this year and in the coming years. The next piece is identifying group speakers. Well, you guys have been doing a really great job at getting someone here every day or every meeting. You know, we had a great one today. Thank you guys. Thank you, Commissioner Gonzalez, for taking that on. If you guys have future ones, just make sure you're emailing me and letting me know that there are people coming or that you're hoping to have certain people coming. They do need to be on the agenda, and it does need to go out a certain amount of time before our meeting. So if you have people coming, make sure you're communicating those things to me. Youth health initiatives, as we already know, we had that wonderful presentation from, remind me the name, Commissioner Kelly.
This is Commissioner Kelly, Gracie Barra. Baja. It depends on how you want to say it, but Gracie Barra or Baja.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. So we did have that great presentation. The STEM engagement series, Lishinsky, Sue, and Kessler. I haven't gotten any dates yet, but I know that Commissioner Lishinsky has been working with the library on something. Do you guys have any dates for me, though, for volunteering at any of the robotics competitions?
Commissioner Kessler, I think Commissioner Lishinsky has you should talk to him because he's got it in charge with all his robotic friends.
Perfect. Okay, I will check in with him again. And like I said, I think he said he was also working with the library a little bit on something, but we can check in on that. And then finally is the environmental stewardship, which today we had our great presentation on the zero waste and getting to hear more about how the schools in the area are working on zero waste. That is all that I have in your work plan. We are pretty far along so far this year. You guys are doing a really great job on getting this stuff done and making sure that you're really contributing on this commission. So thank you guys.
All right, thank you for those reports. Next up, we have agenda item 9, informational items. Department updates from Recreation Service Manager Hamer.
Manager Hamer here, and I want to just reiterate what the supervisor, Camarena, just said. You guys have done an excellent job. I've been so impressed. Great speakers and very proactive, so very impressed. Thank you for your service. For department updates, the city is partnering with the Encinitas Chamber of Commerce to host a health and wellness expo. That's this Saturday at the community center from 10 to 2 p.m. Take the first step towards health and wellness and come check everything out. There's going to be raffles and workshops and different information, and it may not be focused to teen, but it is health and wellness. So even if you don't go, please share with your family, friends, and your neighborhood network. We are also hosting next week an event called Parents' Night Out. And what that allows is parents to get out, enjoy themselves on Valentine's Day while their kids could be watched and somewhat babysat, but it's by city staff at our center, so they get way more than just babysitting. They show up in their pajamas, and we have a lot of games, activities, a movie, pizza, I think, and all kinds of fun. So we encourage, if you know any families who are desperate for a babysitter on Valentine's night, let them know to enjoy some time and drop their kiddos off at the community center and to register in advance so we make sure we have enough for everybody. So that is on Valentine's Day on February 14th next week. Music by the Sea is hosted by our arts division. That's a concert hosted at the Encinitas Library. It's scheduled for February 23rd at 7:30 p.m. Tickets in advance are $20. At the door is $25, and you can purchase those online. They do sell out, so if anybody had interest in attending a concert, we recommend purchasing in advance. We also wanted to let you know, coming up in March, we want to invite you to enjoy a Saturday evening of visual arts as Encinitas civic and local art galleries swing open their doors at Art Night Encinitas. I know many of you have been there before. There's even more activities that are going to be featured. They have artist talks, community workshops, live music, film screenings, and poetry workshops. I know some of you have volunteered before, so that's a great way of experiencing it as a volunteer. But even if you wanted to come with your friends who are exploring and enjoy doing the arts, it's a great night to have. And they also have a free shuttle that takes you from the different locations. So if you don't drive, no problem. The shuttle will get you around. We also want to make sure you save the date. That is Saturday, March 30th. It is our great spring egg hunt. We do need help and volunteers for that as well. It's 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Encinitas Community Park. Usually youth commissioners have helped us with spreading out the eggs, setting up the different hunts. We'll also have some spring crafts, and there's a live band there that also plays. So please join us on that particular event. And just regular recruitments, we just want to share with you. We have some open recruitments right now. That's on the city's website under jobs. They're part-time positions. They're great for students. Some of them are summer camp positions. We're also looking for a summer camp director, as well as field ambassador and recreation coordinators. So if you have any friends or contacts who are looking for a job, please encourage them and tell them to look on encinitasca.gov jobs under HR, and we have the jobs for you. So maybe we'll have to come visit you at your high school before summer starts, and we can try to recruit some of our local students. We'd like our local students to be part of our program. So thank you. That's all I have.
All right, thank you for the department updates. Next up is agenda item 10, commission member initiated agenda items. Seeing as there are none, we'll move on to agenda item 11, future agenda items added by commission members. Again, seeing as there are none, we'll move on to our final agenda item, 12, commission reports. I'll start. At STA, we are starting our annual senior out, which is basically a tournament where all of the seniors that sign up for it try to shoot each other out with like water guns. It's pretty fun. And you have to like wear a floaty to be safe. And so it's like a prize pool. Like everyone pays $10, and then the person who's like has the most amount of like assassinations at the end wins, or like the last person standing wins. It's pretty fun.
At SCA, also our winter formal is this coming Saturday, so we should be all pretty excited for that.
No additional updates because sadly 2 other SDA members sit to my left.
This is Commissioner Gonzalez. I also have no updates.
This is Commissioner Kelly. I have national team tryouts for ODP's call, which is Olympic Development Program, on Saturday. Hopefully those go well. The eliminations lead on to Chicago, where we get to go play during the St. Patrick's Day parade. So hopefully that goes well, because I kind of want to go to Chicago during that. Maybe go see a Cubs game. But yeah, and then also spring sports are starting up. So I have swim team coming up in baseball.
This is Commissioner Kessler. Also, the winter sports are kind of like ending, so track's starting up. So I'm doing that along with Colin and Carter. And we also have our homeroom dodgeball tournament going on. And so far, Colin and my homeroom team and Carter's is doing pretty well. So 8 teams left, and I think we're going to get this W.
The Mavericks rugby season is coming to a close. We have a game this Friday against Miracosta in Miracosta.
This is Commissioner Sue. I have a robotics competition this weekend on Saturday, and I'm starting up at swim team again.
Right. Last agenda item, adjournment. And we're adjourning the meeting at 5 o'clock on February 7th.
What goes in